everybody. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Forsaken, the Jewel of Orvos. This is our third session, if you would believe it. We've been gone for, I think, a whole week. While we did some other things. We had a fantastic one-shot run by Sky here. Kudos to her for putting that all together and getting it done. So congratulations, Sky. Last time on the in this fantastic story we've been telling, we had Mara and Sujin who met the leader of the rebellion, who turned out to be Oleg Draven, the long lost and kind of lost again love of Mara. There were words exchanged in anger, confusion, and love before plans were quickly made. The dynamic duo of Mara and Sujin split, with getting into Valtressa's prison, the Estates, and Mara and Oleg going to finally complete their last job together, which is stealing from the Lord Cassiel Viramontis' house. Serena, our lovely not vampire girl, staged a church-based crime scene and went home to her host family, the Lawrence, where she was asked to attend a council meeting with Lord Laurent, and had a frosty conversation with Lady Huayun. And then our lovely Pharos Andros II woke up from a night of patrol, only to find that he was needed at the council chambers that very day. He was able to get some planning in with his fateful butler, Aliford, before setting off. Serena and Ferris both witness a classic Valtressan council meeting, where the 13 noble houses and surrounding noble families passed laws and bills for the betterment of the city. 3 bills were put up for discussion specifically: a civil order bill that passed, a foreign labor initiative that did not pass, and a bill regarding narcotics response that was tabled for another meeting. A few minor matters were spoken of, including promoting House Andros to be one of the new 13 noble houses, replacing House Draven, and a vote was put forth to establish a new royal family. Lord Viramontis was eventually elected in a surprise agreement from the council, including the newly instated House Andros. Finally, Sujin and Nightforge met up on the roofs of Valtressa, and then took to the skies, heading for the estates, searching for a murky nemesis from Nightforge's past. You nerds ready to play some D&D?
Ooh, so ready.
Perfect. We start 1,700 years in the past.
Cutscene.
We find the man once again standing before a doorway. This door is impossibly large, far too large for any sort of dwelling or living space. He looks haggard, worn, unkept. He breathes deeply, in and out, trying to catch whatever is left of his strength. Before him, once again, sitting in chains, is another being. This one is calm. It's not fighting against what binds it. It simply sits, eyes closed, almost in meditation in the center of the room. As the silence in the room becomes almost deafening, the being opens its eyes. "You cannot trap an idea," it says to the man, a deep baritone that bounces off the metal walls. The man stops his breathing, his shoulders still as the grip on his scythe tightens. "What do you call this, then?" he asks in return. His hands gesture around the wide circle as he takes in the work he has done. It did not take him half as long as the last one, but the cost was far greater. "I am not an idea, mortal. And I am not a mortal, god." The being raises an eyebrow to him, breaking the almost lazy posture it held. "They will still pray to us, still ask us for favor and fortune as they have always done. What will you do when they search for us? To continue to solve their problems and make their lives worth something?" The man is stone-faced for a moment, before a smile breaks across his face. His dry lips split open, allowing blood to flow down his chin. "Thank you, Valtressa." The being looks bewildered for a moment before speaking. "For what, Hunter?" "For solving a problem for me before I realized it was one." The smile grows. "I will just have to ensure that the idea of you survives." "What idiocy do you Oh. Oh. I see. Yes, that would certainly make this prison last longer." The man blinks a few times and cocks his head to the side. Do you think your mockery will give you further chance to escape, God? Your fate is sealed here. Indeed it is, mortal. Sorry, immortal. Well, get it over with. I don't have all century. The man frowns at the being for a long moment, before huffing and turning away. As he closes the door with a loud creak, he glances one more at the being inside, almost in uncertainty. But he just smiles back, waving his chained hand. The man slams the door and sets off again. Moving forward, we are in the doorway of the Laurent house. Having just stepped through, Lord Laurent looks back to Serena. What's wrong?
Oh, well, nothing. I think I'm just overly excited about the offer of everything today. Um,
Oh, okay. Of course, of course. I should have assumed you would be overwhelmed by this. Do you wish to take to your chambers?
no, I think I'll come in and see Miss Laurent.
Of course, yes, absolutely. Right this way. He opens the door further, and you both step in. To a side room, you see that there's lights coming through an open doorway, and you hear a voice. No, Mrs. Laurent, I could not impose further. I assure you, I'm just here to speak with your husband, and then I will be out of your hair shortly. I do not. But your household is certainly lovely. Are these Eastern motifs that I see speckled around the Valtressan comfort? And you hear chatter back and forth between the two of them. And before Lord Laurent looks at you and goes, "It sounds like we may have a guest. I was not expecting anybody. Were you?"
No, sir, I was not.
Right. Well, shall we? Grace and dignity. That's how we always hold ourselves, right? In the face of new and imposing ideas, we meet them head on.
She gives a big smile.
As a family.
As a family.
And he walks through the door. Do you walk with him?
I do.
You see before you a man sitting on a love seat across from Lady Huayun, who is he's holding a little teacup in his hand and is talking with her. He has dark, like almost jet black hair that has in it like a middle part coming down his shoulders. He wears like very formal attire. It's like a almost high collared robe with like a vest over that. He has a pocket watch dangling from the pocket clasped to the hem of his shirt, and he's wearing gloves. Very, very Valtressan in design, in dress. Is what you'd see a lot of nobles wearing these days. He smiles at Huayun and then looks up and goes, "Oh, the host returns. Oh, and with a guest. Hello." And Lord Laurent kind of stands up and goes, "Indeed, hello. I'm Lord Alaric Lawrence of House Laurent. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mr." He looks and goes, "Vargas. And it's a pleasure to meet you as well, sir. I've been meaning to meet with you for some time now. It's just our schedules have never aligned. I figured I would drop in, and I apologize for imposing. I've been talking with your lovely wife here. She is a delight, I tell you." And he nods his head. Says, "Right, yes. Well, would you perhaps like to have this meeting in a more formal setting in my office?" He goes, "Oh, I don't see why. This is not business I wish to speak about. Please allow the lovely ladies to stay. I've really enjoyed the company of your wife, and I'm sure I will enjoy the company of Miss... He nods his head to you. Give me an insight check, Serena.
Oh, okay.
Can I cast the opposite of guidance?
Jesus.
Nat for 20 for 29 insight on this
Hell
motherfucker.
yeah. Hell yeah. There's the hint of a smile on his face that has been like held there the whole time, but it grows as he drops his head to you. He looks in your eyes. He knows you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think you see no malice from him, though.
Interesting. How far away from me is he?
I would say he's about like 8 or 9 feet away from you. Like you're in a sitting room, just off the doorway, like where you would take guests to be received.
Yeah. I will go up to him and hold out my hand to shake his. Well, I'm Lady Serena.
He takes your hand and puts his other hand on top of it and bows his head to it, which is not a common Valtressan greeting. But he does this. He goes, Lady Serena, it is lovely to make your acquaintance. Please.
As he does, I'm going to spend a sorcery point to subtle spell message. And in his brain, he will hear.
Hold on, before you do that, does message require anything from an unwilling?
I don't think so. I think I just send a message.
Okay, yeah, no, go for it.
Okay. You said my God was with me when you damned me, and he was, and I pray he stays long enough to see me kill you. But I still have like a big smile on my face. I'm being very...
Gotcha. You hear back in your head, there's like almost a layered voice effect as you hear back in your head, you've turned out far better than I could have ever imagined, little bloodsucker.
Oh my God.
And he brings his head back up and he's like, it's truly lovely to meet you. Lord Durant, please, I wish to speak with you. I am as you probably are aware, the mysterious benefactor to one of your close friends within the council. I'm sure you've heard of me before. And Lord Laurent goes, yes. He looks back to his wife and then back at you, Serena, and he goes, yeah, I've heard of you. Yes. I requested a meeting some years ago, but was told that it wouldn't be possible. Indeed. He goes, yes, well, I found it in myself to search my heart for what was right for this city, and I think that you and I have aligning interests in the direction Valtressa goes in the coming days. Yes, indeed, yes. I mean, with the newest laws being put into place and we have a new royal family, I kind of assumed things would hit a snag for plans that me and fellow council members had. It was, oh, I assure you, snags and bumps in roads are but little things in the face of what Valtressa can truly become. Indeed. He turns and goes, you, Serena, what do you think that Valtressa could become?
Let me collect myself. Well, I am not sure currently, as I'm still learning the ropes of this whole political business. As you might know, I come from somewhere else.
Oh, no, I had no idea. I'm so sorry. Lord Doreen, is this not your daughter? And Lord Lauren goes, well, actually, funny you should mention that. I guess I'll make this announcement to my wife as well at the same time. Serena has agreed to become our permanent ward and join the family. As I'm proud to introduce the newest member of the Laurent family. And Varkas goes, oh, delightful! Oh, this is great! Oh, wow! Amazing families coming together in the greatest of times. Beautiful. Simply beautiful. Well, I can tell from the manner of dress you are wearing, you're religious, yes?
Yes, I am.
Do you agree with me then that religion should really be the standing stone in which Valtressa sits upon? Yes, the gods are the most important thing we could have in our lives.
I do.
Beautiful. Well then, I think Valtressa has a bright future indeed, yes. Lord Laurent, I do not wish to take up too much of your time, but I will say this. You will be seeing me more in the future. I'm stepping from the shadows, as they say, and I will be a more present part of this city in the coming days and weeks and months. So our work together just begins today. Very excited. Please, if you have need of me, you may send word to the Golden Estates, what I will be saying. But I do not wish to take up too much of your night, so I bid you adieu, Lady Huayen. Beautiful home. And Serena, so happy to have you a part of this fantastic family and in this amazing place. Truly, it is truly a boon. And then he turns to Lord Laurent, reaches out his hand to shake, and then nods and is seen out by Lord Laurent. Lady Hua Yun stands and looks at you. Welcome to our family. I hope it is everything you want and nothing that you don't. She takes her leave.
Thank you. Is there like a hotline number for assassins? 1-800 assassins.
No, there's no 1-800 assassins. You do know an assassin.
I do know an assassin. I don't know how to find said assassin.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Lord Laurent comes back in after a moment and turns to you and goes, what a startling day. I think I'm going to turn in.
Yeah, get some rest, Father.
Indeed. Oh, that's quite nice.
Piece of shit.
Right. May I escort you to your room?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. And he brings. You guys walk through the halls, seeing maids and butlers around. As you make it to your room, he bids you a good night and leaves. As you walk into your room, none of the candles have been lit. None of the wall sconces have been turned on, and your window is open, and with the drapes blowing in.
Did I leave?
No, you did not leave them open. And there, sitting at the foot of your bed, is a figure. Hello, little bloodsucker.
What in the hell are... You are lucky I don't kill you right now.
Oh, look at you. How you've grown in a short amount of time since I last saw you. Do you feel him here, Serena?
I do.
What does that feel like?
It feels like none of your business.
Very well. There'll be time enough for us to speak more on that on a later date, I suppose. And the changes How did you experience them?
Oh, you mean me needing to eat people?
Oh. I forget myself. You are the source of my vampire problem here in Valtressa,
Oh.
I suppose. You see, I try not to come to this city. It's too much for me. But when I was told by some of my agents that you had been leaving carcasses and draining people and causing a mess of the place, how could I not step in on my own personal pet project? Why do you insist on killing the people you feed on?
What else am I supposed to do with them? I have to drink their blood, and then what? They're gonna wake up the next day and run and get the cops, and then I'm in trouble for something you
Wait.
did?
wait, little one. You tell me that you drink their blood because you think that feeds you?
Well, that makes the most sense, 'cause you bit me.
He reaches a hand inside of his robe and pulls out a red vial. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
No.
Oh shit, guys.
Yeah. No.
Oh god. Constitution. I am not good at these. That's a 5.
You are instantly ravenous. Your hunger has never been this bad before, to the point that I think you try and jump at this vial in his hand, and he kind of holds it back and goes, "Oh, hey there. Do you know what this is?"
No.
It's funny what time allows you to distill from people. Here, try it. And he hands it to you.
I drink it.
You drink this red liquid. It's not. It feels almost like water going down, but it has like a mentholy feeling to it as it hits your throat. Cools your hunger right away, and while you can still see the room in front of you, in the back of your head, you're walking through a meadow, hand in hand with the man that you love, and the sun is hitting you in just the right way. You can feel the heat on your face, and there is a dog running through around you guys, yipping and barking in joy, and just the euphoria that you feel as this is happening is unlike anything you felt. And as that image fades away from you, the hunger is gone. You feel renewed and almost more powerful. Like you can fully work your own body. Like it's not just about the hunger, it's about what can you do after you're hungry. And he looks and goes, "What did you think?"
That was easily one of the best things I've ever experienced. Was that a drug?
To normal people, yes, that is the drug. It's called the Red Dream. I made it myself. It's the only thing I like to eat anymore.
And how do you make it?
One day I will tell you. But for now, I can make sure you have these regularly, so that you're no longer having to drink the blood of people, which I'm so sorry, I do not mean to laugh at that. It's just, of all the things I figured would happen with you, that was not even in the realm of possibility, but I should have thought more before I so quickly turned you.
Why did you turn me?
Serena, I am 2,000 years old. And I'm the only one of my kind. Until now, that is. I went to a village. I tried to stay out of the cities. And what do I find but a small area almost entirely dedicated to the god of death? I've seen many cults and practices of death and destruction, but none that celebrated death in such a lovely way. And then there's you, who everyone tells me is the word of death himself. She who comforts those in their final moments and celebrates them. Who is the epitome of everything death represents. Zephyrios blessed. I wanted to see what would happen if I gave Zephyrios blessed eternal life to spread her teachings to everyone across the world. Now, I will admit, the majority of the decision was because I was lonely. The world is a big place for just me alone. Now I have plans, big ones, that I would be more than happy to include you in, if you wish. And if not, I'm more than happy to just check in every century or so. Just knowing that you are here is enough for me.
What are these plans of yours? Take over this city? The world? That's
Take over the city. Serena, I own this city. I built this city. You think that Valtressa is run by 13 noble houses? Lord Viromontis is my puppet. Your so-called father will soon be as well. Do you wish to own part of the city as well? I could give that to you now.
I do not wish for that. What is your end game here? I don't... A puppet for what? Like...
Well, I found out very early on that if the same face rules people for too long, they grow weary. They wish for change. So, I install a puppet. Someone who thinks that they have all of their own free will and can do what they wish. And you get cities like Valtressa. Beautiful cities that are then perverted and brought anew and must be reformed once again. That is my endgame. It's almost time to bring the world anew again.
Well, this has been very interesting, to say the least.
I completely agree.
If you wouldn't mind, maybe not going through my window next time. That's a little bit creepy.
Your window. No, I own this house. This is my window. I let you stay in here.
All right, well.
I will have shipments brought in for you of the Red Dream. Weekly.
So I should drink all of them within a week? Are there serving
One a day
instructions?
should one a day should suffice until you get a hang of your hunger.
Mm.
And then, like me, you'd only need one maybe every 10 years. Sometimes another just for fun. I'll teach you how to make it one day. How to be completely self-sufficient. To be something new.
Well, I think I appreciate that, but I have a lot of mixed feelings about you at the moment.
Oh, of course you would. I don't expect those to fade for another, what, 2 centuries or so. So I'm a patient man. I can wait. So just reach out if you need anything. Yes.
And how could I reach out to you?
Oh, you haven't felt that part either. Serena, you're my first new being. And with that comes a certain connection between the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
You must just dream, and I will be there.
Okay. I will do that then.
Good. When next you talk with Zephyriel, tell him I said hello.
Hmm.
Good night, Serena. And he will step up and go out the window.
Interesting.
Are you doing anything after that encounter?
She's gonna sit in a corner and think about what she's done. She took drugs.
Empty vial in hand, walking back and forth.
My mama warned me about them drugs.
As Serena is rocking back and forth, thinking about her life choices up until now, we move to the night skies of Valtressa, currently soaring through them. We see Nightforge adorned in his armor, holding on to Sujin Laurent, as they fly towards the Hirson Bastion, where the Estates is located, the maximum security prison of Valtressa. Flying through the air, through the calm night skies. Are either of you doing anything?
I think she's looking for buttons or a screw that she could discreetly play with and maybe open up.
Good luck.
Can I get, let me sleight of hand. Ghost, let me sleight of hand.
Right?
Yeah,
Basically,
give
just
me
like a giant chastity belt that I wear over my full body.
I'm really good. Is this contested? What would Nightforge contest my sleight of hand?
I don't think he can contest. I think it's just his intelligence of him building it. Like, so, I don't know. 16. Nightforge, give me an intelligence check with advantage.
With advantage.
Oh, drop my dice.
Oh no! Drop the dice. Drop the dice. Boom, boom, boom,
Was
boom,
that,
boom.
was
Like-
that in the refill?
Hand around the back, like just like
Was.
twiddling around a little bit, like looking like she's like caressing, like trying to like tease and make him uncomfortable.
23, and I'm not afraid to stroke my genius if I must.
That's weird. You're holding somebody in both hands. How are you doing that? And you're unable to find a seam or gap that allows entrance into his suit.
Do I recognize that she's doing this?
With that high of an intelligence check, no, because that was based off of you making the armor.
Let
Give
me
me
stealth it.
give me a perception check. You're
I'm
currently
stealthing it.
flying.
Only a 14.
25 stealth.
No, you have no idea that she's doing it. You can't feel anything that's happening.
I'm trying to recall because I put Mother Meyer into this prison.
Yes.
I'm trying to recall how long it's been since I interacted with this person.
She's been in prison for about a year and a half.
Okay.
The interactions that you've had with her have been very low key. Like some of them in like the lower levels of Valtressa, you've found like mold attacks and like swamps appearing suddenly in places they shouldn't be. And it was like the first couple of times you encountered her, you couldn't catch her. But you were able to like reverse a majority of the damage that she had done. The final time was when she tried to do a spore attack on the council, and it was more of a public fight. So she was like fully arrested and put into prison, and so she's been in there for about a year and a half now.
Okay. Okay. Have I visited her before?
Oh yeah, I'd say you visit all of your nemesis. You try to keep up on them and see,
Yeah, to see
what's
how their
going
finger
on.
painting is
So
going in life.
she's one of two that are currently in prison.
Okay.
The other is let's see here. The other person in prison right now is Cinderglass.
Okay.
And I think if Sujin has like question about who you're going to see, I think you would have like a photo that you've like drawn of all of them.
Yeah, I was
think
gonna.
you would
That's
ask.
actually what I was asking. I was gonna tell
We
Yeah.
were
tell
gonna
her
ask
on the
like,
side.
so, um, we're visiting a friend of yours. Is she going to be happy to see you?
No, I wouldn't go so far as to call her a friend. But
Oh,
also,
something more?
I'm gonna ignore that comment. What do you know of Mother Meyer?
What would she know? Would Sujin? I mean, Sujin knows the underground. Would she know a little bit?
I don't think you know anything about Mother Meyer, specifically in like regards to crime or her crimes are always like uh, pro vegetation, pro life, like to the extent of like it's like you let me let me look this up real quick. Hold on. Sorry, I forgot that we were getting into these, and they're hilarious.
Are hilarious.
Mother
Got my
Meyer,
dossier.
yeah, you wouldn't really know much about her. Her whole thing is like eco terrorism.
Okay. I mean,
Um,
I don't know
the
much,
short,
but
yeah, the short version. She really loves plants and lives in a swamp.
oh, is that not? Could you not see a future with her in a swamp? Maybe she's trying to like
No,
suss out how he answers this. Like, it's
yeah,
like, hmm.
Please show her the
large
photo.
metal tooth in a swampy terrain just would never have worked out.
Oh,
Rust
you
and all
broke her
that.
heart. You broke her heart.
She's old, right? Mother Meyer is old.
Mother Meyer is old, yeah. So if you're looking at Owlbear right now, this is Mother Meyer.
Ooh.
Owlbear. Ah, didn't even have that up.
Owlbear, I hardly know her.
Well, is she going to be upset when we show up? How apt is she going to be to give us information?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I haven't exactly worked that out yet.
Hmm. Well, we do need it. For my friend, of course. My friend. That's weird. No. The people I work with, they need some information that she has.
I'm hoping that bringing you intrigues her, actually.
Oh, should
Rare
we
that she
do
gets visitors.
good cop, bad cop?
Just try to mind your manners.
Oh, of course. Too bad we didn't bring handcuffs. Sorry. And she's still fidgeting as she's like saying all of this to like intentionally
make it better.
distract you and make you
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
oh,
She's
that's
like
real.
looking to like try to
Didn't
find
make it
kinks
better.
in the armor. She's sussing out the
Trying to
armor
find
to
kinks.
see
Trying to
is
find him.
she's trying to find
Dum
weaknesses
dum.
in the armor because she wants you're such an enigma and she knows everything about almost everybody and you're the one person she can't figure out. So she's like, does he like swamps? Does he live lowly or is he
Does he like
too
swamps?
This guy
because
even
What's your
she
online
probably
dating profiles say you like swamps?
listen, like is he
Nah,
too like high end to like want to live in a
just
swamp
like
or is he comfortable being like poor? Like that's what we're trying to suss out.
picture of a night foraging like a bass.
You eventually do make it to the outskirts of the prison. It is a large tower, built what looks like out of glass at first. When you look at it from the outside, it's very reflective on all sides. However, as you get closer, you see that it's actually like solid polished stone. And I think from from a building standpoint, there's a reason behind that, and that is that it is not climbable. It's so polished that anyone that like tries to climb up or down it would just fall. And so the top has like spikes all along of differing sizes, and there's a single entrance in the front that you can see. Nightforge, you know that there's also a secondary entrance in the back that you normally go to.
Sure.
And
Back entrance.
Yeah.
Jesus.
We'll use the back door.
And this is a night that you know. You,
You made it bed first. Ceasefire. Ceasefire.
For Ghosty's sake.
For Ghosty. For Frodo.
this is a night that you know, like guard rotations that Sir Elaine Corvallis is currently stationed as guard. And so as you land like a good distance away, you do see like archers up at the top patrolling around, as well as perimeter guard around as well. As you land, one of them like runs over and you hear, "Halt! What are you doing there?" And as he gets closer, he sees like the full kitted out version. You're, I'm assuming, still holding Sujin, having just landed.
She hasn't let go. She's gonna make him hold her.
And he goes, "Oh, Nightforge, sir. So sorry. Did not mean to. Sorry, I called you out again."
I have business with Mother Meyer.
Oh, of course, yes. I'll take you right back to Sir Corvallis. Please, right this way. And he starts running back. He's holding like a saber in his hands.
Is there going to be an issue? Does Stugin feel like there's going to be an issue with Corvallis, considering he has like publicly opposed her father? I read the lore sheet. Go.
Yeah. It's up in the air because you've never had dealings with his son.
Okay.
And so,
okay.
Yeah. So, because this is Sir Elaine Corvallis, this is Duke Corvallis' son.
Right.
Yeah. As you, I'm assuming you start to make your way.
Yeah. Yep.
As you walk across this like cracked stone earth, towards like the truly looming tower in front of you becomes even more so, especially in the dark like this. You can just make out the fringes of its outline, very imposing. As you get around the corner following the soldier, you see a large door. This isn't like a small entry door. It's a full-on gate that's been built into the stone. It wasn't like an original part that was like worked in. And standing in front of it are about 20 soldiers, all in formation. One of them moves forward, full kitted out gear, stands and comes over to you. Nightforge?
Give him a little nod.
What's your business here tonight? We weren't expecting you.
No, it was not in my plans. But I must speak with Mother Meyer. It's rather urgent.
Your companion?
I'd hope that you might allow me to bring her in. Call it a professional courtesy.
So off the books as well.
Yes.
It's date night.
You know I must establish an identity, though.
Tell the man.
I don't think she has that anymore. But she will. I think she'll give her a real name. Should Sujin?
Sujin Laurent?
So you know me.
Where have you been?
Have you been looking for me?
I mean, a majority of the noble houses have been looking for you. We've all been wondering what happened. Suddenly your father starts parading around a farm girl. We all had questions.
Yes, well, it seems that the Laurent house is in poor taste recently since I've left.
You know that there is an order out for your arrest.
Oh no, you wouldn't arrest me, would you?
He looks at Nightforge. He goes, "Is this?"
I need her, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. He needs me.
I suspect that Mother Maya will spark to her, and I need this information sooner rather than later, ideally.
Look, there's a lot of political upheaval happening right now. If I get caught letting the two of you, especially you, Sujin, inside the prison. Fine. Look. I'll give you an hour. That's it. And if anything goes south, you didn't see me.
I think she'll like finally like climb down from his arms and then like swish walk over to him very scantily. She's wearing her stilettos, of course, because why not? And she'll say,
Shoe.
"Of course not. We really appreciate you helping us out tonight."
You haven't changed.
Thank you. Shall we? And she'll look back at Nightforge and she'll start walking in whatever direction she feels like.
As Nightforge, as you walk by Sir Elaine, he grabs your forearm and stops you. Recognize that what you're getting into is far darker than it appears on the surface.
I'm becoming more and more aware of that.
I tell you, if you just let my father be in on whatever this is, he could help you.
There may come a day when that is the way, but not yet.
I've established a line of communication with another at the prison. I'm being moved next week.
Tell me more.
My father has seen it fit to establish us in a new form of business other than soldiering and guarding. It seems that I will be heading a new group, more inclined with opposition ideals, if you catch my drift.
Is there anybody else around us at this point?
No, I would say it's just you two. Well, Sujin, you walked away.
She's not going far from Nightforge. She's nosy. She wants to
Then
know.
give me a perception check to see if you're hearing this.
15?
Yeah, you can hear him then. But Nightforge, I would say you definitely see that she's still within range that you would assume she could hear you, but also, she could not be hearing you.
Okay. I mostly just wanted the other guards because
Yeah, none of the other
if there's
guards can
one
hear
thing
you.
I know about like the city watch and the guards and whatnot, it's that you can't trust the majority of them.
Nope.
Yeah.
Do you know if your replacement will be amicable to my visits?
I already vetted him. He's in agreement, however. May not matter after next week.
What's next week? Sujin asks, because she's there.
He turns and looks. I've already said too much. Just
Listen, you can trust me. Your sister trusts me.
It's been a long time since my sister has trusted anybody.
Well, her and I have, and she drops like the flirtatious facade. Her and I have history.
Look, if this gets out, it's not just my head. My father is backing the rebellion.
Okay.
And has seen fit to have me as one of the generals in the initial fight.
When's that supposed to be?
In 1 week's time, we'll be attacking the council chambers.
Interesting.
Night
Your
Forge.
secret is safe with us.
How well known is it that Villamontis just got kinged?
Oh, it is everywhere right now.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to tip my hand. I didn't want to be like, how are
Yeah.
you feeling about the Vill?
I would exercise caution if I were you. Word on the street is that some of the noble houses for once are agreeing with each other, siding with Vermontis.
Oh. What do you mean? How do you know this, Nightforge?
And I have my sources.
Insight.
Go ahead.
Listen, don't do this.
Ah,
You can't see your
15.
face, so it's just your
No,
tone
I
of
was
voice
going to
that
ask,
is-
do I get to deception?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Or deception, or which, well, we all know that you're deceiving. So
It looks like I shall be stroking my genius yet again.
do you want
So
some
with-
privacy?
With my genius
Nope.
stroking, that will be a 19.
Sujin, while it's embarrassing that he has information that you don't, it's not uncommon for him to, like, he has like a league of people that report information to him.
So many orphans.
So many orphans. Sir Elaine looks at you and says, "Yes, well, the current mantra of the rebellion is target the tyrant king. So,
In that we are in agreement.
I just consider a meeting with my father soon. We could use your support.
I'll find him.
Thank you. Mother Meyer has been moved to a solitary confinement center. She once again tried to grow the snap peas to a fighting army. So,
Oh, she sounds lovely. Let's go. Let's go see your friend.
we've restricted her vegetable intake, so she should be pretty weak at the moment.
Can you just
Talk
try
about-
cooking him? Or is
You
he probably is contentious with her?
She shrieks whenever we cook vegetables. We don't know how she knows, but somehow she does every time. We've
Tyrant.
stopped serving steamed broccoli entirely. It's
Oh,
awful. It's half
tyrant.
the guard's favorite.
Jesus.
Just snickering inside my suit on the inside.
He nods to you and turns, and let them through. And the guards start to open the large doors. You walk through. Do either of you have night vision? Have night vision? Jesus, have dark vision.
No.
I got NVGs.
Perfect. So Sujin, you walk into a wall of black.
Oh.
No light.
I feel like because it's showy, I will use. Oh no! Everybody's looking at me.
Everyone is looking at you.
Gonna put
What is
my-
the
I'm
red
still
markings?
looking for everybody.
Stop it! I'm just looking at what. Okay, I've got prestidigitation. I like to make my mask glow from time to time, like the slits in it and things. So
Mhm.
I'll go in doing that because I feel like it's
Yeah.
showy.
It'll cast enough light for Sujin you to see where you're going. As you're walking down, you hear like the hisses and like scuttling of people backing away from metal cages as you're walking by. People who you like assume with how they're reacting to light haven't seen light in quite some
Oh.
time.
Oh.
That's
And-
hard.
As
Oh,
you begin to walk through, you hear the doors start to close behind you until you're just in a pitch black hallway with only the light of Nightforge's mask. There we go. Guiding you. Sir Elaine clears his throat from behind. We'll be going straight down the hall here.
Right. I would like to make a personal history check, as it has been 2 weeks, and I think I was confused about what we were asking her for. I think Jen and I were in debate about what we were doing here.
We need to find. She has information about like underground, like swamps or like tunnels, right? Secret passages.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Secret passages.
Yeah, we need her knowledge of like how to get through.
Because
For
of Red Dream. Oh, because you know this, not me. That's why I don't know this.
That's
Mhm.
right. You didn't ask.
Yeah, you
I
didn't
thought you were
ask.
just pawing all up on my armor, and I was just trying to fly us straight. But this seems like a good time. This seems like as good a time as any.
Are you going to tell me what we're going to be asking her?
Well, apparently she has some knowledge of underground swamps or tunnels that are of use to the rebellion. Uh, where was it that we were looking? I can't remember the location.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hide this for a moment so I can see it. You are looking for. There is a specific tunneling that Oleg was interested in, located just off the Mistways underneath the Golden Heights.
Yep, at the Golden Heights.
Mhm.
Yeah, so she might know a couple of places for us, for them.
She's not
Golden
going to give up
Heights.
this information easily, obviously.
Well,
There's going
perhaps
to
we
need to
should
be
bring
some sort of
her broccoli.
fresh out, I'm afraid.
Look, furiously looking through my spells. Ooh, I do have silent image though.
You're good. That's just such a tease.
Aww.
That's terrible.
Desperate times call for desperate measures, I'm afraid.
That's so bad. And yeah, she'll keep. She's doing a swish walk. This is her showman walk. Like she's putting on a show on purpose. And walking but she's keeping her eyes open to where they are and the fact that there are people around them.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I can trick this old lady.
That's so sad.
I know. Try something else. We'll try something else.
You guys are walking down these hallways until finally you do see light at the end of one. As you get to like the end of this hall, there's a round opening that goes all the way up, where you see like railings installed into the stone, all the different levels of the estates. As you continue to move forward, there's railing in front of you, and you look down, and to a just deep, dark hole in the ground. And you see like a couple more railings below you as well, going farther and farther down. It's just this wide open pit.
Is there like loose debris or like rocks around?
Yeah.
Can I like kick one over the edge to see if I can hear when it hits the ground?
Yeah, you don't.
She's gonna look at Nightforge and be like, you would catch me, right?
I could certainly try.
She backs away from the
Yes.
edge.
Welcome, I guess, Sujin, to the estates. The most regal housing for political prisoners, traitors, thieves, ruffians, the like.
Not the ruffians, oh no.
Mind your manners, you might find yourself in here one day.
Oh, you tease.
Right. I don't know what this is, but we're going to just...
Neither do we.
You're welcome to find out.
This is
Nope.
this is a sexual
No, I'm not.
harassment lawsuit waiting to happen. Is what this
Yep.
is.
That's
This is
what
workplace
is.
violence.
Yep. All right. He's going to go, Solitary is right this way. And he turns and walks to the right, going down another hallway, but this one is lit. However, there's doors here instead of cells. Each of these doors is looks like to be a very thick metal. Um, and at the end of the hallway, you see 2 more guards. He looks at them and goes, "Ready the prisoner." They both look to each other, look back at both of you, and then nod and open the door. The door opens and you hear like what sounds like singing. And then when the door shuts, you no longer can hear it. After a few moments, the 2 guards come back out, leaving the door open. And Sir Lane nods his head and goes, "Do you want me in there or to stay outside?"
No. This might be one of those the less you know, the better sort of situations.
Understood. The door will have to close, though.
No, I'm not worried.
Very well. Please. You have an hour.
Sujan's
Right.
not going first.
No, I'll walk in first.
Sujin, give me a Constitution saving throw after you walk in.
I don't want to. I walk in very,
Okay.
very closely behind. I got a 4, Ghost.
You're dead. You died just now.
Uh,
Allergies.
Can't get rid of me.
As you both walk in, I'm making the assumption you've both walked in, but I should
Yeah.
clarify. Yeah, okay, perfect. You hear the door close behind you. Heavy door, heavy noise. It shuts. Sujin, something like deep inside of you, almost primal, begins to freak the fuck out.
Oh.
You start to feel like you've never been more trapped in your life than in this room. And there is a necessity for you to leave.
We need to we need to open the door. And she's like walking back to the door and like okay.
I'm gonna grab her arm.
Wait.
No. I can't be in here right now. I can't.
I know what this is. This is a trick of the mind, or this is actually like emanating from her.
You don't know what this is, no.
Oh, I don't know what this is. This
No.
isn't like a typical Mother Meyer thing.
Looking in that, you see Mother Meyer has been chained to a table, like behind a table. She's sitting in a chair, chained to that, chained to the table. Otherwise, the room is like barren. There's nothing else in here.
I
She just
can't.
hasn't showered in a while.
It's wilty.
Okay. I didn't have to make a con save though.
You didn't need to make a con save.
Yeah. I need to go. No, I need to go. I don't. We can go find it. Come on, we can go find it ourselves. We don't need her. We know where we need to look. So let's go. Let's go.
Take
You and
a
I.
breath.
I'm breathing.
Walk
I'm breathing.
outside.
Do you see me breathing? We need to leave.
Walk outside and take a breath. I'm not done here.
She bangs on the. Hello.
You bang on the door a few times. The slat opens, and Sir Lane looks and goes, "What?"
Let me out now.
Okay,
Open
yes.
the door.
He looks and says, "Nightforge, you have the prisoner?"
That's not
Well,
bad.
you hear the door shift open, and it begins to open.
And she runs out.
Okay. The door closes once more behind you.
But I don't notice anything.
No, there's nothing that you notice like out of like.
Yeah.
But you've never seen her freak out that way. I would say that for sure.
No, I meant in terms of like something being off with the room.
No. The room looks like a normal solitary confinement space.
Okay.
You, Sujin, as soon as you're out of the room, you feel so much better.
I will never be allowed to be taken here. I would rather die. And she's looking at Corvallis.
Yeah, he snorts. Says, "And your actions say otherwise, but look, it's a lot, I know. I mean, half the prisoners in here don't even deserve to be here, but
This is inhumane.
Yes, but what would you have us do? Not lock up the people that need locked up?
You don't have to have them in this jar in a cupboard with the door closed. It doesn't have to be this way. Have you been in there? Have you gone in there and closed the door? Do you know what this feels like?
No, I haven't.
This is what we're fighting against. This is not okay.
Yes, of course, Sujin. Prison reform is what we're fighting against. Absolutely.
We're on the same side. You do realize that, right? What you're about to do next week is going to make you exactly like me. No better.
Sujin, I will be nothing like you for as long as I live.
And
Your
why would that
house-
be such a bad thing?
Your house is one of the main reasons we fight. It is a plague upon this world.
And why do you think everybody's been looking for me? Why do you think I'm no longer associated with the house? I've been replaced because I fought against my father, because I stood up against him.
Well, congratulations, Sujin. You rebelled against Daddy. Proud of you, I guess.
That's fine.
It doesn't change the presumed assassinations or the trail of bodies that has been in your wake for how many years now? The Silent Mask?
How many have you killed on a battlefield in combat? It makes it better?
None. And he looks away, almost ashamed.
And she doesn't break her gaze. Exactly. And she'll lean up against the wall and pop her leg up.
Back in the room, Knifeforge, you find yourself alone with your longtime nemesis, Mother Meyer. She has been grinning ever since you walked into the room, and claps her chained hands together.
Oh, little child, have you come back? Did you want more?
I'm assuming I don't want more.
No. She, in all of your, every time that you guys have met, she's treated you almost like a child.
Okay.
And her whole philosophy is she's trying to cure Valtressa by getting rid of that which plagues it, which is industrialization and.
Okay, the boy that refuses his medicine.
Yep.
Which honestly feels a little molesty, but I'm gonna blaze forward. And I brought you a gift.
Oh, gifts for me, gifts for Mother Meyer. Mother Meyer gifts. Yes, give them to me.
If you cooperate.
Oh,
I'm seeking information.
But I will give her the bauble, so I can imbue a tiny non-magical item with a small magical effect.
Mhm.
It's just like a tiny metal ball, but she presses a little lever on it. It smells like a flower.
Like as in like baking flour or like flowers.
Like flower, like something that poison ivy would like.
Okay, so like a flower.
Yeah, unless you think
Okay.
she prefer. Hey, here, I'll make even a history check about it. Do we think that she'd like a flower smell better, or just like straight up?
No. I was
swamp?
just specifying because it sounded like you said it smells like flour, like the baking flour, not flowers
She's an old
as
lady.
in.
She likes baking, probably.
That's a good point. That's a
I'm
very good point.
profiling now. No, I like flowers, like a
Yeah,
plant material.
smelling like flowers. Yeah, I think.
Flour is technically a plant material as well.
Damn
You know
it,
what?
guys! Context clues. Context clues, everybody.
She kind of her eyes become slits as she looks at this metal object in front of her. She goes, no, dark, cold, dead. Huh. Why gift that is dead?
You know I couldn't bring you a real one. Could I?
She kind of reaches forward tentatively and picks it up in her hand, which you see like her hand, her skin almost squishes in like a mycelium kind of way. Like it's rigid, but only to a point. And as she picks up this bauble, she turns it around and she kind of
Well, at least it's from the earth, right?
and as she's fiddling with it, she presses the button by accident, and it becomes that aroma of flowers, and you watch as her entire body relaxes.
Oh, Meyer.
Yeah.
That was delightful, little one. May I keep?
Yes. I wondered if I might ask you some questions.
You might.
And I suppose more specifically, I wondered if you might answer them.
Ah,
Of course. Well, I'd like something in return.
Name your price.
Question for a question.
I nod,
Mm.
but I'm glad Sujin's not in the room.
Can I hear anything? Can I hear anything?
no, you can't hear a thing. You could try going back in.
No.
Come on, just give it a try. No, it's okay. Nods. You nod to her.
Very well, ask your questions.
There are tunnels, passageways that I might inquire about.
Damn it, I really wish Sujin was here right now. You sure you don't want to just put your big boy pants on? And
Come get me.
I go to the door, I'm going to get...
Before I let her in, a friend I'd like to introduce to you. To ask you a question. I'd prefer to answer in private.
Oh, right, yes, my question. In private, how are the forests?
God.
Break her out.
I'm
You're a
not
bad
breaking her out.
person,
She's
Night Lord.
in prison. She probably earned this spot. She's putting mold places.
Just put mold.
Have I seen the forests lately?
Give me a history check.
Man,
see
I
if you
bet I
even
don't.
know.
This does not feel like an outdoor boy. Hold. 18.
Okay, and on an 18, your mind flips to what do you know about the forests, how do forests work, and you remember reading some agricultural data that Aliford had left on your desk, stating that like there was a planting initiative to like reforest certain areas because lumber was starting to become because like a lot of lumber is shipped into Valtressa, but there is
Right.
a small amount that's from around the current mountainous area, and so there's a new initiative to like plant more trees, and it seems to be going well. So based off of that, you could give her an answer from that information.
Okay. I'll do her one better. I will burn a first level spell slot and I will use silent image. And in the box I'm given, I will make a small illusion of this like reforestation area. Just something to look at.
Yeah.
Picture, if you will.
You watch as she just stares at it. Good. Good. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna pound on the door.
You outside of the door, Sujin, you see the fuck is your name, buddy? You see Elaine kind of straighten up a little bit, turn and goes to the door, opens the slat on the face of it, Is everything okay?
Sujin, care to join
Do you-
me?
Hmm.
Do you walk up to the door?
Yeah, she walks up to the door.
Sir Lane steps to the side to grab the handle to open it. And as you're walking by him, just kind of in your ear, I've never known Sujin Laurent to be afraid of anything. Should keep that in mind when you go in.
I think she looks at him for just a second, and for half a moment, the facade fades. And I think she'll take that to encourage herself. And sure.
Roll me that, as you step in, roll me that Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Okay, come on. Oh my god, thank you for the advantage. That one was a 3. Dirty 20.
You still feel that feeling, but you're able to kind of like, as you do on like missions and like when you're trying to gain information, you push it down to where it's still there and you're aware of it, but it's not overcoming the rest of your senses. It's you just have control of your mental faculties. But you're definitely uncomfortable in this room still.
Do I see the thing that
Oh, yeah,
Nightforge has made?
You'd see the forest still.
Oh, how sentimental.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Mother Maya, this is Sujin Laurent.
Sujin Laurent. Okay.
I think she's kind of like pacing in that area, like not getting too far from Nightforge, but still kind of like pacing.
So,
Why have you brought this youngling with you?
Oh, youngling. Thank you.
You're
and
welcome.
the questions that I mean to ask you are hers.
Yes.
Oh, so then do I ask my questions to her?
Oh, you wish to ask me questions, by all means.
I just have questions.
We already answered one question.
So I answer one of your questions now.
Do I? And then she looks at Iforge. Do you want me to?
Her questions are my questions.
Yes, I speak for the both of us. We come as a set.
Oh. Right. I follow.
So, Mother Meyer, you have knowledge of perhaps some secret passageways around the golden something
Golden Heights?
ghost, the Golden Heights, the Misty Ways.
The secret passages.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yes, there's one under a floorboard. There's one in a bush I found once. There is.
No, Mother Meyer.
Yes.
Listen.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I know it's hard being in
What
here.
is?
Being
Oh,
in here.
yes. Yes. Prison. Yes, of course. Yes. Very hard. Very hard
But-
indeed.
I need you to be very, very specific. Under which floorboard, in what house, in what bush? I need specifics. Paint me a picture, Mother Meyer.
Right. So there is a secret passage down to a little hollow that I made under a shop. It's a cobbler's shop, and I hid a bunch of poisonous mushrooms there that, when they bloom, will be used as an antidote for a poisonous gas I was developing, but never
Oh.
finished.
Very interesting. And the
Right.
cobbler's shop. What's the name of the cobbler's shop?
I have no idea. I don't wear shoes.
I suppose you're right. But it's in the bottom, in the basement, perhaps, under a floorboard? Have you under some mushrooms?
There's no basement. I just killed the guy and then took over his shop.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Right.
And that leads us where, Mother Meyer?
To the little hollow that I made where the poisonous mushrooms are.
Okay.
You're not
and then-
listening.
Oh, no, I do apologize. I just want to make sure I get
Right.
every detail.
This was like 5 questions. I need to point that out. So I get 5 questions as well, right?
Indeed,
Sure.
Captain. But I'm afraid this isn't giving us much to go off of.
I answered your questions though.
Where does
you
the
didn't.
hollow lead?
What? No, you're not listening to me, little girl. All right, so there's a hollow that I dug out myself underneath a cobbler shop where I planted a bunch
Yeah.
of poisonous mushrooms on the body
Yeah.
of the cobbler.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's all that's down there. Is just the mushrooms with the cobbler's body. Which also someone should really tend to that before it gets out of hand.
She looks at
Hmm.
Nightforge.
I'll add it to my to-do list.
Perfect. Okay, good. Yeah, they need to be raked. It's very important.
I love and hate this person so much.
It's spectacular.
It's so good.
Okay. And this
Okay.
leads to the Misty Way?
I'm going to ask Misty Way. What
No,
are you talking about?
Listen, I'm gonna pull Sujin aside and try to talk a moment, if I may.
Okay, I'm going to think about my questions.
Listen, I think she literally means that she dug a hollow under the floorboards, a small
Yeah.
space that holds one man and some mushrooms.
I believe it's quite literal. It sounds like a grave that she's dug, and that's not what we're looking
Correct.
for. Yeah.
This is not what we're looking for. This is of no use. This is a dead end.
What? We need this information, Nightforge.
We're gonna keep trying. I'm just saying it's this particular line of questioning is not useful.
Well, you've dealt with her before. You should know how to interact with her.
No,
Perhaps
usually I'm just hitting her or thwarting her efforts.
you hit that fragile old woman in
Oh
this
yes, many times in the body and face.
in the body and the face.
Mm-hmm.
Nightforge. Wow. I'm starting
In
to
fairness,
rethink.
she had poisoned mushrooms and had just killed a man.
No, that was
But
long before we met. No, that time I had poisoned a bunch of deer to utilize a spore root that I found
You're
to plague
not-
the
you're not helping.
townspeople. And I used those
I'm on-
deers I threw them at you. That's what
I'm
happened.
on your side. Mother Meyer, I'm on your side. We don't.
Oh, you're an
Yes.
eco-terrorist.
No, I'm. No.
So you're not on my side.
Okay, so I'm going to take a back seat. What do you want me to do? What should I do?
Can I ask my questions now?
Ugh.
One more. I have one more. And then we'll
That would be
answer all
6.
sorts of questions.
6 questions, okay.
We were specifically looking for any sort of secret tunnels. Not ones that you dug by hand, but ones that were there before, created by the earth.
Mm.
Caves.
No, it would be a word for it.
There's a lot of caves in Valtressa and the surrounding area. You specifically said the Golden Heights and the Mistways. There's no caves that I know of there. There's a lot of mines. But you need something natural, not something dug.
No,
Mines.
Tell us more.
You're looking for a mine. Okay.
Yes.
There's like 8 or 9 different mines on in the Golden Heights alone. Next to the Mistways, though, there's only one abandoned one, and I used it as a hideout for a long time.
Yes, that one.
That one. That's the one you're looking for?
Perhaps.
Perfect. I've answered your question, so now 6 of my questions.
No,
Here we go.
no.
Nope, you promised, and you're a man of your word, Nightforge. That's what you said when you punched me in the face repeatedly. You said, I'm going to punch you so many times, and then you did that. Think about
And the
it.
face and the body, Nightforge.
The face and body.
Could you?
That's not how it happened.
Mind you, I don't bruise. Most of my body is made up of plant matter, but it still hurt. So,
I'm positive that's not what happened, but
my first question. Why are you looking for an abandoned Valtressan mine?
we were looking to grow mushrooms. Next question.
A secret rendezvous point.
Oh,
for
so
us.
I don't have to answer my questions honestly?
Yeah,
Oh.
but I didn't even get to try to roll deception.
Go ahead and roll me deception. I'm sorry.
No, I mean,
I got
don't
so
like my
excited.
But unfortunately, because this was not a well concocted lie, it was a good roll. I'm just gonna be 19.
Ooh, okay. Meets it, beats it, I think.
I mean, I can stroke my genius if required.
You can, if you would like to, you can for that one lie. Absolutely.
I don't like it.
Then
It's
don't
not
do
my
it.
favorite lie I've ever told.
Okay.
But I guess I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. Here we are.
Okay. I'm assuming you just get that then, because it was if you anything above a
Yeah,
19 wins
it
it.
had 5 then.
Yeah,
It had
so-
5.
Yeah, you. She goes,
Oh, you're finally getting into a good hobby. I'm happy to hear that. That's great. Dead bodies really, really serve as good manure. I'm telling you. Okay.
No
Just-
short supply of those.
you're in short supply. You're not in short supply.
No. Fuck. Damn it. Just ask your. Oh, that was a question.
Oh,
You're catching on, Nightforge. I'm so proud. All right, good. Third question. If you were looking at a Valtressa mine as a secret passageway, what do you believe to be at the end of it?
Does Shujin know?
no, Sujin does not know.
No, I don't either.
I don't know, actually.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Fourth question. Why are Nightforge and Sujin Laurent teaming up to come question a small-time eco-terrorist?
Because you have knowledge of what we seek, and Nightforge has a connection to get us in.
Don't sell yourself short. You're in maximum security in the tightest prison in the city. I would hardly call you small time.
Mm.
Yes, well, when one tries to poison the council, one gets what they deserve, I suppose.
Hmm.
Fifth question. Sujin Laurent.
Hmm.
How's your mother?
Mother appears to be, as she always is, tucked away in the manor, doing her wifely duties, as she always does.
Mm,
You know my mother.
Sixth question.
Wait, you had just asked a question.
No, he didn't catch it. Shut up.
Sixth question. Nightforge. What's your true identity?
Oh, Nightforge.
I do not believe
No,
the court.
no,
even-
wait, don't, stop, don't tell me. Oh, I didn't think you'd, I thought you'd just grunt or something, or like you do, but don't ruin it for me. Hold on, wait, this, don't,
No,
Don't do
no,
that.
no.
No.
Tell us.
no,
Tell
shut
us.
up, shut up. Sujin Laurent, shut up, shut your mouth, Sujin Laurent.
She's like going for his helmet.
You watch as his hands, her hands, begin to turn from a sickly green to a red, and you watch as an illusion falls away, and
does that mean?
his skin turns to scales, and the green garment she wore turns to a red with gold embossed cloak, high collar, horns appear as a red dragonborn sits in front of you and looks at his hand and goes, "Damn it. Well,
Wait a minute.
the fun is over, I suppose."
Who is this?
Look at the owlbear. Look at owlbear.
Wait, I don't have Elder up on mine. Pull it up. Enhance. That son of a bitch.
What
wait,
is
wait,
this?
wait, I can get it. I can get this. I can get this. Hold. No.
What is this?
No. I know who this person is, but I'm missing a page. I'm missing the page that I need.
You know this is the Mad Mage.
The Mad Mage. Thank you.
Yep. Full name is Archibald Wickenbach.
Interesting.
Archibald.
What is this? What is happening? What?
The Mad Mage.
Damn surprise, Nightforge, you beautiful, beautiful man of metal. And you brought such a lovely assistant today.
Assistant.
Well,
How long have you been here?
in the jail? 2 weeks, max.
Where's Mother Meyer?
I already told you where Mother Meyer was.
The body.
The body? No, the body. No, I made the body thing
Man, I
up,
thought
okay?
this-
No, not the body. And why am I explaining this to you?
Because you're a villain and I'm a vigilante. It's what you do and it's what I do.
You know what? You're exactly right, you son of a bitch. God, I love these things that we do.
So fucking good.
So
Oh.
good.
Okay, should I leave the room? Do you gentlemen need a moment?
No.
No, it's more fun when someone watches. All right.
We're
Night
not
Forge.
printing. Untold Archives cup chairs.
We are printing them. Night Forge. Mother Meyer escaped 2 weeks ago. I helped her.
What?
And I suppose you're here for your own amusement.
Yes.
So what
Why else
happened?
would I still be here? No, I like annoying the guards. It's very fun. They think I love vegetables, so they feed me only meat. It's great. And, well, I knew you'd come eventually. And how fun would it be for me to be the one to reveal that as we speak, a plague is starting in Valtressa?
Tell us more.
Once again, really an assistant this time.
I am not an assistant.
Mm,
An
More of a
assistant.
co-worker.
You literally fled the room as soon as you entered. I know a cheap act when I see one. Okay. Now, if you wouldn't mind, and he pulls his hands up, and you see that the chains were also illusions. And he sits back in the chair a little bit. He goes, "Tell me, what did I miss in 2 weeks of being here? I got thrown in solitary almost immediately after biting someone's ear off."
I'm gonna snap my fingers and my goodwill forest illusion's gonna disappear.
Oh no!
Hmm.
Okay, I liked that actually. TikTok, Nightforge, plague spreading, children dying. You know the whole gist of it.
What do you want to know?
What do I want to know? What has he been
Yeah.
doing the last 2 weeks? I've been
Make
cooped up in
specific.
here. Well, yes, I haven't been able to keep
Let's
track of
see.
you.
Several nights ago, I dangled a gnome off of a high building and threatened to drop him.
That was a few hours
No, it was a day. It was last night actually.
last night.
Oh, that's quite exciting. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Did you get the info you were looking for?
Somewhat. Trying to recall his name. That piece of shit. One of Mad Shassa's goons. Thimble, I believe.
Oh, yes. Small potato in a big stir pot.
Yes, tried to blow me up for my troubles.
Indeed, it didn't obviously work. It'd be a pity if it did. Right. Well, you have your location. You know what's happening. A lot of big players on the board, Nightforge. How will you get past this one?
I'm thinking strongly about hitting you
Again?
as many times as it takes.
You know, Mother
Me
Maya
too.
really did not like you hitting her. She had a lot to say about that.
They rarely do.
But that's
And
what I
kinda
like about you,
flex my
Nightforge.
big gauntlet.
You have
Um,
the edge. You have that tipping point where you could just be the worst of us.
Ooh.
You have me considering it. Now tell me, what do I need to know about this plague?
Oh, yes, of course, yes. Well, 2 weeks ago, I approached Mother Maya with a third party involved who had a fun idea. What if we took her eco-terrorism and combined it with something different, something new?
No.
What if...
I'm gonna just say,
Red Dream.
Oh, this is why I wanted to know what you were doing for the last 2 weeks. Ah, you were already hot on the trail, weren't you? Son of a bitch. Yes, Red Dream. And soon, Mother Maya is going to flood the rivers with it.
don't do
Oh.
that.
Oh no. When? When?
Well, I've been locked up for 2 weeks. I have no idea how far along she is in the plan.
Then why are you telling us this? Why should we believe it?
Right.
Just-
Does it look like I have anywhere else to be right now?
Fair enough.
Or you
I'm
could
gonna-
just be a distraction to keep us from.
Yeah, I feel like insight checking at this point is probably wise.
Go ahead.
Me
Nightforge,
too.
Your assistant is, maybe not an assistant.
I told you she was a colleague.
21.
21, yeah. He's having a lot of
Yeah.
fun with this.
17.
Okay. He's having a lot of fun with this. You don't get the sense that he's lying, though.
Mm.
It's impossible to tell for sure because he
Yeah.
got himself locked up in prison on purpose. Doesn't seem to be the sanest of individuals. He picks up his hands and goes, well, and slaps them on the ground, on the table, and the table turns into like a bunch of tiny pigs that just kind of like squeal around the area before they like poof into dust. This has been fun, but you have a mine to find. I have a prison to break out of. We don't have the time right now to chit chat, do we? We'll have to schedule something in the future, and you
We
can
need to
bring
go.
Sujin as well.
No. Wait, she's
Oh no,
bring-
no, no! What are
Nightforge.
goodbyes? The long-windedness, the possible punching. No, don't go.
Wait,
Waiting.
you mentioned a third party.
Yes. Tall, dark, long hair, handsome. Couldn't miss him.
Do you have a name?
I don't have his name, but I have his title. Dream Eater.
Oh.
He's back in Valtressa. He's looking to start again. All right, you kids, have fun.
Be seeing you.
No, probably not until it's the opportune moment for us to meet again.
You mean for me to punch you again?
No, plot
Dang it.
device. I'm talking about a plot device. Yeah, okay, bye guys. The door opens and Sir Elaine opens the door and goes, "Yeah, everything okay?" Who
yes,
is that?
we need to go. Yes. That's not Mother Meyer escaped 2 weeks ago. Mad Mage probably going to escape. We need to go. Nightforge, I need to find Mara. We need to go right
And you guys leave. We're gonna jump over from here to the dead of night. Just outside a beautiful, almost palace-like manor, lit on all sides by glowing moonstones. Guards up the wazoo all around. Hidden in a hedge bush are two silent figures. Mara, this is a very similar sight to you, having done this once before. Casing
House Viremontis. Next to you, Oleg Draven, broadsword on his back, mask up over his face. You notice that the hood that he's wearing isn't his normal hood. It's the same hood he wore as Ash and Jack, but the rest of his ensemble looks very similar to what he used to dress like. He turns to you. You guys have been out here for a few hours now, kind of just watching the patrols, getting a mark on where the guards are and aren't. He turns and goes, "It's just like old times."
Just like old times. But the sword seems new.
Oh, yeah, something I picked up recently. A little more reach never hurt anybody, I suppose, in a fight.
Inside check.
Hit it.
Let's see.
Oh, God.
I don't think her insight is great. Let's see. 19.
Yeah, there's something fishy about that. He's never needed to have reach in a fight. He's always been the one that gets up close and personal.
Hasn't seemed like that's been a problem before. Are we going to go with the lies and secrecy again? Because honestly, I could do without that part of.
Look, Mara, if I could explain everything to you in one night, everything that's happened in the last 11 years, then I would.
Well, you don't have to fucking lie about it. Just say, I'll tell you later. I got a new sword.
Yes, you're going to love me telling you. I'll tell you later about almost everything. That's really going to go over well this whole time that we're casing this joint, yes?
Fine. But you will tell me later.
I used the sword. The sword glows when I use it. Okay? And
Okay.
it feels good. It's like a symbol.
What do you mean?
Should everything go right tonight, then you won't have. I can show you in the morning, but you might see what I mean if we run into issues tonight.
What do you mean it makes you feel good? Because honestly, we've stolen cursed items and cursed weapons before, and that's a bit concerning.
Oh no, not the so. The sword itself is normal. I had it forged. I feel stronger. I feel like I can protect what I need to with it.
A symbol.
Simple. Look, guard rotation. Every 15 minutes, there's a small gap. We can probably sneak through, but I don't know what the inside looks like anymore.
The last time, I assume Mara probably checked this place out relatively often, looking for lost Oleg.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time she probably would have been in here?
I mean, it's been like a year, probably, but I would say that you don't know of any renovations that have been done to the Viremontis Manor, but I mean, there could have been some, but you pretty much know this place like the back of your hand.
Well, if they haven't changed anything from the last year, then I can get us where we need to go.
All right. He has an office room adjacent to that hole in the wall. Leads to a set of stairs going up, not down, up. That's where we need to go.
That's where we go.
Okay. And he's going to wait for that 15-minute segment, sees the gap, salutes to you to go, and he follows along with you. So just give me stealth rolls.
All right.
Rolls. I need to stealth roll.
26.
You notice neither of you have seen. However, you do hear Oleg's louder than normal. His steps sound harder. He doesn't. It's not the same, silent master thief that you've worked with in the past. Like things have changed. But you both make it to a window ledge. It's slightly opened. You're able to push it up, move into a darkened room. Looks like a parlor room. There's a couple of small couches here and there that are blocking the two of you from the doorway. In room's about 10 feet by 10 feet. So not super big, but enough to host a couple of people here and there for a party. As you watch another patrol pass by, the light of their torches kind of flickering through the window, illuminating the room a little bit. Oleg is looking over the window, back outside, and then back to you. Whew. This is exactly how I remember it.
Indeed it is. The man did not update. Honestly, it made it relatively easy to sneak in here again and again.
Oh no, I meant. Oh yeah, the room is very much so the same. Yes. Man needs new couches.
She's gonna see if she noticed that.
Yeah.
17.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Could
Office. Of course, office. As you guys begin to move through the halls here, there is a distinct lack of serving staff that you've seen before, but there's been nights that you've broken in and there wasn't any serving staff. But you don't really encounter anybody as you go through the halls upstairs, and you make it to the landing where you both split up beforehand. To the left, Sorry, go ahead.
She just instinctually grabs his hand, don't. This was a bad time last time we were here together.
He looks at it and just looks at you, nods his head. You know that to the left is the room where the mirror originally stood. Was an office. Since he's moved it to the right room, because there's another doorway in front of you that leads to a hallway of bedrooms and stately rooms. But the office is to the right, and there's more stairs going up to the upper floors. He nods his head to the left and looks to you in question. Is it still to the left?
Oh, no, he's moved it to the right.
Gotcha. Okay. He starts to approach the door, and holds his ear up, and shakes his head to you. He looks down.
Do you think it's strange there's no staff?
Well, now that you mention it, but there wasn't any staff the last time we were both
There wasn't any
here.
staff last time.
He knows we're here.
And it's probably already too late.
Well, we at least have one thing on our side this time around. We know that he knows.
What should we do about that?
I have an idea. Draws the sword off of his back.
Daggers appear in her hands.
All right. On the count of 3, I'm going to kick the door down.
All right.
All right. 1, 2, and he kicks the door down. And with a mighty yell, he bursts into the room. You look in, the door like swings and hits the wall and like sticks in. The doorknob goes into the wall itself. And you see him rush into this room. Fireplace is lit. At the desk, at the table, sitting behind the desk, chair turned around. You do see legs underneath the table itself. Oleg sits in the middle of the room, breathing heavily. Looks to you.
The chair didn't turn.
Is not turned yet.
Any with my passive 21 insight.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got going in that room?
Fireplace is lit, books stacked fucking everywhere. This is the room that you originally went into when you guys broke in 11 years ago. It was not like this before, though. It was more of like a storage area. You do notice like bits and baubles on his desk, a few papers that look like he's been signing. There is a large sword and shield up to one wall that has the House Viramontis sigil on it, and a like I said, a lengthy wall-to-wall books. Other than that, I would say there's no immediate indication of a second room or another staircase in this room, but he said there's a hole in the wall somewhere that will then open up to that. So, somewhere in this room is a secret trigger to open that. You do see on the side of the armchair fingers drumming.
Okay, with the chair having not turned yet, Mara is going to use invisibility and disappear at Oleg's side.
Love it. Okay, perfect. Okay. Do you let Oleg know that at all, or is it just like a split moment?
It's when he like looks at me, I'll just like give him a wink and disappear.
Gotcha. Okay. He turns back again and begins to take a step forward. You watch as the chair turns, and you hear, "Finally come back, I see." Oleg stops. Cassiel? Oh. Oleg. I expected the other one. Where is your eternal flame? He goes, "Not here, obviously. What is this?" Cassiel leans back in his chair. He goes, "This is me growing tired of our games. At least mine and Mara's. She breaks in here so consistently, I've had to shuffle my staff around just to keep them from talking."
You kidnapped my boyfriend. I'm gonna break into your house.
Jesus Christ, where'd that come from?
That was not in voice.
Yeah, no, you're good. He looks around and goes, "Look, if you came here for reparations or answers, you're not going to find them. I did what I did to you. You did what you did to me. Either we move forward and slit each other's throats, or we come to some sort of impasse. Either way, this doesn't end well for either of us." Oleg grips the sword tighter in his hands. "I didn't
Mara
come here
to be like by Viramontis.
Gotcha. Give me a stealth check, not for if he sees you, but if just give me a stealth check.
22.
Okay. Sword grip tight. He looks up at Viramontis and says, "I didn't come here to hear an apology or to receive any money. This isn't." The sword goes down, stabs it a little ways into the ground. "There's no answers that you could give me that I would accept. I'm here for a higher purpose now. You can either help me or hinder me, but it will not end well for you. You're going for the vault, aren't you? That's why you came in the first place. Fine. You can have it. Oh, don't look so surprised. I'm also here for a higher purpose now, didn't you hear? Don't call me Cassiel anymore. That's Lord King Viramontis to you. Oleg snorts so heavily. Okay, Lord King. Where's the paperwork? Bottom desk drawer. I can get it out for you, but you can't stab me when I go for it. Oleg looks around the room, trying to find a way to convey to you something, but is unable to find you. So he looks at Viramontis, just nods once. You watch from the outside as Viramontis reaches into his drawer and pulls out papers, but on those papers a red vial, and begins to slowly bring it up.
Bitch getting stabbed.
You gonna go try and stab him?
Yeah.
All right, roll with some advantage.
Just gonna kill our king?
Yes.
For a second time?
Regicide.
How brazen.
See here. With advantage, sneak attack. Neat.
I need to know if you hit first or not.
Okay, yeah.
Details.
Yeah, details. I'm obviously gonna hit. It's gonna be fine. I just have to
Stroke
find
of
my
genius.
psychic. Gotta find my psychic blades. That is a 27 to hit.
Okay.
Misses.
Misses. No, that does hit.
Okay, so let's see. So 6 regular damage, then my sneak attack.
16.
1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully he wasn't trying to impress upon me, do not kill this man, because I'm
So that's what you got from this.
10, 16, 22 points of sneak attack damage.
Okay. You stab him. Do you leave the knife in, or are you taking that back with you?
It's my like spectral knife, so
It's your spectral knife. Gotcha. So it just stays with you regardless. Gotcha. Oh wait. Yeah. You stab into. Where did you aim for?
I think like right down into this jugular-y area.
Gotcha. Stab right here. You watch as his arm goes slack. The vial drops onto the papers, back into the desk drawer. What fresh hells? What have you done?
I want to grab the red vial quick.
So it drops into the drawer from there. So you pull that out of the drawer.
Yeah.
He sees the red vial start to levitate. He goes, "Oh, of course your bitch is here." Oh.
Second time I've been called a bitch tonight, honestly. I'm getting used to it.
It sounds like you should. Oh, God.
Do you know how long I've wanted to stab you, Your Highness? Congratulations, by the way.
God. Do you know how long this is going to take to heal?
Hopefully a very long time.
Like 10 minutes, maybe 15.
Ugh. Do I get to stab you again, does that mean?
Oleg goes, Mara, please.
Fine. And I grab the documents and walk back to Oleg.
Here I was, willing to play your game. Documents detailing the outside of the Celestial Bank's integrity. And a warning in a red vial.
Oopsie. She doesn't sound sorry.
I kind of gathered.
You didn't sound sorry.
Yeah, you didn't sound sorry at all.
Just in case.
Oleg nods and says, what's the warning? Valtressa is being visited by its founder. That's about to flood the streets. And with it, end your rebellion. Oleg's eyes go wide. How did you know? Jesus. You know, when I thought that splitting your mind was a good idea, I didn't think it would make you into an absolute idiot.
A knife appears. Say it again.
Do it. Just this time aim for the throat. You were off the mark a little bit, Marzana.
I'm going to aim lower than that.
Hmm. I don't know what got me more, Danny's laugh or Sky disappearing.
Dead. Guy is dead.
Alright.
R.I.P.
Viramontis looks and goes, did you... Mara, did you ever hear about what young Oleg did for me while in my service?
I made a few assumptions.
Yes. So, the assassinations, the scare tactics, all of that, but... He didn't work for me, Mara. Isn't that right, Oleg? Oleg's grip on his sword tightens. Careful, Viramontis. Wouldn't want to get caught up in your own schemes. Viramontis shrugs his shoulder, and you see that the wound has, like, scabbed over already. Your little pet worked directly for an organization called the Divine Chain. My employers, his employers, and current ruling party in the world government scene. You are so out of your depth, both of you. You're trying to save a city when the world is burning.
Here's the thing, Viramontis. The world can fucking burn for all I care. Because I have the only thing that has ever mattered to me.
Oleg looks at you and... Viramontis, do you know what's in those vaults? He sits back. Of course. I wouldn't be that good of a guard for them if I didn't know what was housed inside of them. So you know that if we are able to release them, the world will burn further, Oleg. And you and Marzana will go fucking die somewhere, holding each other in your last moments. All because one of you couldn't care less, and one of you cared too much. I'll let you decide which one is which. He winks at Mara.
I do not like those words. I do not like them at all.
Well, say hi to
Proceed.
Jack for me. And don't drop by for another visit, please. I hated this one.
That only encourages me, you know that.
Get the fuck out. Goodbye.
Walk away.
Oleg picks up his sword, turns to you as you're walking out of the room. Goes, no, actually, there was one other thing I did want. And he, hold on, let me move the grilled cheese. There we go. Perfect. You watch as he turns around from walking out with the sword, turns it and just throws it directly at Viromontis, and it sticks directly through his chest into the chair. He goes, fuck!
I've never loved this man more.
Oleg walks up, stands on top of the desk, leans forward to grab the sword, puts his boot on his shoulder, and rips it out. Blood flies everywhere. Oleg looks down and goes, say hi to him yourself, you son of a bitch. And grabs him by the throat. And Viromontis grabs onto him, trying to hold onto his chest, holding onto this hand that's around his throat. And goes, you know what happens if I die? He stops for a moment.
What?
Lets him to go back under the chair. Turns around. We're leaving.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right.
Dang it.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Lovely evening, Your Highness.
Screw off, Your Highness. And you both begin to walk out. He gestures towards the front door. And as the two of you walk away, he stops and looks at you as you guys begin to walk down. The guards pay you little mind. One of them even looks like he wants to wave at Oleg. And as you guys continue walking down the streets, nighttime, he looks at you as you're walking over a bridge. Well, ask your questions.
Why can't we kill him?
Part of my employment was his protection. To make sure that I actually upheld that responsibility. In the beginning, they tied his life to mine.
Well, I wish I had fucking known that before I stabbed him.
Well, you can't kill him, Mara. The man's functionally immortal.
That does mean I can stab him many, many times, though, which might feel better.
So many times, yes. Of course.
But after the Celestial Bank, then do you think?
Yes, if everything goes perfectly and I'm given some miraculous way out of all of this, then yes. That would be
Well,
the first thing we do.
If we're freeing gods, I'd hope we'd get a few miracles out of it, but I suppose we'll see. It could end in world burning, apparently, according to our new king.
Firemountus is just scared.
He does have reason to be, though, doesn't he?
Look, what he said about the divine chain, it's just a ghost story, all right? I met with people that called themselves agents of it, that's all. It's just adults playing at being bigger than they are.
I suppose, but it wouldn't matter even if it were real or if it weren't. My dog is puking on the floor right now.
Is
For
he
a good
puking
time.
or is he
I
just
thought that was Danny. I wasn't looking. I thought that was Danny.
just at the table casually? I didn't
Yeah.
step out. I was engrossed
Like,
in the neighborhood.
bro, leave the room.
Nope.
Nope, just
Gonna just
Nelson.
throw open my dice tray like a civilized person.
You thought Danny
No,
was
no.
puking?
I did because I'm
That's
typing.
so
I'm
funny.
typing.
Oh man, it's so funny.
I thought it was him. I didn't know.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying?
How did you get distracted?
How could I possibly get distracted? Even if someone is in charge of the world, it doesn't matter. We still have the same job.
I suppose you're right. I just promise me that if this goes to shit, we make a run for it.
It wouldn't even have to go to shit. You say the word.
What the fuck? I don't care.
All right.
I meant what I said. I don't need to free gods. I don't. You're the only thing that I ever did. Even if I have to share you with Jack.
Hopefully you won't have to share for long.
Now that is my only other question, though.
Yeah, of course. What about it?
How does it work?
Sometimes when the bloodlust becomes too much, or I'm reminded of events, I instinctively retreat, like I was taught to, like I was forced to. And he comes out. I'm told I'm not supposed to refer to him as something separate, but
can you still see what he's doing? Are you still there? Can you see me?
maybe we Yes. I remember everything.
She'll grab his hand. You know that it isn't you, though.
Yes. Yes, I know. I know it's not me, but in a way I gave up, Mara. I did. I let it happen. I could have fought. I could have continued fighting, and I didn't. I let it happen, and I was happy to let it happen.
You know, if you remember me getting that crystal. seen the things that they had done to you. You becoming Jack, that is as much on me as it is on you, because we know that the only thing Viramontis wanted was to know who you were working with, and the only thing that you kept from him, and the reason that you spent weeks in that chamber.
I'm sorry.
That is not what you should apologize for.
Only 499 more to go.
She cries a little bit. just a little bit.
Come, let's rendezvous with Sujin, see what she's found. Hopefully we have a break on the location. With these schematics, we can hopefully plot out where we need to go. God, this is almost over.
A little scary to be hopeful, isn't it?
That's all I've been for 11 years.
At least one of us was.
He cries a little bit. And with that, we are going to end this session. Thank you all so much for watching. Appreciate getting through a talkie-talkie episode. I promise that this next episode there will be some sort of action.
Because Sujin's gonna punch Oleg in the face.
It's gonna punch Oleg in the
I'm gonna
face.
kick him
That's
on the
all
side of
the
the
action
mouth.
any you're getting.
Yeah.
We will be right back to our regularly scheduled games on Wednesdays. So next Wednesday we will see you all again here at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, 8:30 Eastern, and then somewhere in the middle if you live in the middle.
Middle.
Hey,
Middle!
you forgot about my role. Tell them about my role.
Which role?
The one that I did during break.
Oh yes, I
About-
did have Sujin do a roll because I'm an idiot and I forgot that Lady Athena. Jeez, crazy. Oh, did I get rid of it? Sorry, Sir Elaine Corvallis actually attempted to pursue Sujin Laurent at one point. And that was a big reason for his spurning of her during the hallway scene. Apologies for missing that. I'm sorry, Jen.